Hey guys, Ralph here. True Power Health and Fitness Meditation for Weight Loss. Did you meditate? Get. Turn this off and meditate. Then come back to this. Now, I just meditated, and this popped into my mind while I was meditating, as things do when you meditate. As if you've been meditating, you know what I'm talking about. And I don't usually get too political when with these. It's more health, and well, it's all health, really. And I'm not even not sure if political is the right word. You want to go social conscience? Let's do that. Social conscience. But what is going on in the weather the last couple of weeks, guys, should affect us all. We know about Harvey, and we know about those untold thousands. They're not going to get until the thing cleans up. They're not going to know how many people are dead, and how many people have lost their house, and you know, kids that probably miss a year of school, and spend their entire year in homeless shelters. I mean, I'll go on and on and on with that. Okay, and if that doesn't tug at your heartstrings, well, it should. It should. And supposedly, there is another tropical storm, Hurricane Irma, going towards the Caribbean, which is actually stronger than Harvey. I mean, right on top of it. Now, whether it's, Lord only knows if it's going to reach us or not. But whether it reaches us or not is not the point. Guys, all these natural disasters, I'm going to sort of contradict myself here. These natural disasters are actually man-made. Okay? I know that sounds silly. Hear me out. But the fact of the matter is, and this is a fact, 85%, and this comes from research from Cornell University, 85% of the sea life that's supposed to be in the sea is not there. We're doing it ourselves, guys. There are literally, there's no more fish in the sea. And that so throws off the ecosystem that, Cape Cod had a huge problem this summer with sharks. When are sharks so close to the ocean, the land, why? They're looking for food. They can't find food anywhere. Sharks are just, they just eat. But sharks eats. He's as docile as a little puppy dog. But anyway, yeah, there's no food. And if one thing can't eat, then it dies off. And that means another thing can't eat, so that dies off. And before you know it, the ecosystem is screwed. Okay? Now, I'm sure other people can put it more eloquently than that. Okay? But the fact of the matter is, guys, if you go whole food plant-based and stop eating seafood, that in yourself, if you're not making a pledge to Red Cross or whatever, you don't feel comfortable with that, that's fine. But that in itself is making a donation to the world. Now, here are facts. If the entire world went paleo tomorrow, now paleo is high in meat, okay? Low in fruits, high in, okay? If the the entire world went paleo tomorrow, this planet would burn up within 5 years. That's a fact. Now you got to keep in mind, much of the world eat no meat at all. I mean, there are people in China and Japan, in the rural areas, that eat all they eat is rice. I mean, South America, lots of cultures in Africa, South America, eat nothing but corn, rice, potatoes, what we eat or what I'm suggesting you eat. So there's a lot of vegans in the world that just do it naturally, eat no meat at all. So if that, all those populations, a lot of people, all of a sudden started eating meat, this planet would burn up. Completely 100% burn up. Guys, that's a fact. That's not me making something up. That's a fact. Now, on the other hand, if the entire world went vegan tomorrow, whole food plant-based, if they went whole food plant-based, guys, we could drive any gas-guzzling Hummer we wanted, and the environment would be fine. The environment would be fine. Will we have to clean up some of the, manufacturing people that are dumping soot? Of course. I mean, and there's so much. But the number one cause of global warming, 51% by the World Health Organization, not me, I'm just not making this up. I didn't do this research. This is a fact. 51% of the toxic gases in the atmosphere is due to the meat and dairy industry. Okay? All the people in the world that are starving, if we took all the grain and all the soy, now remember, we are feeding our cows whole food plant-based, they eat grains. If we took all that food and didn't give it to cows, gave it to the people, there would be nobody starving at all. That's another fact. That's another fact. Whole food plant-based can save the world. Can absolutely save the world. And if you're not on board with that because you need your meat, you should be ashamed of yourself. You should be ashamed of yourself. Forget your own health. At the end of the day, I want everybody to live a healthy, happy existence well into their hundreds and die a very natural death with a smile on their face. Just don't wake up in the morning. That's what I wish for everybody. But if you don't want that, if you just want to absolutely destroy yourself, there's nothing I can do about that. Okay? And it's not that I don't care. I care about everybody, but I can't control that. Okay? If you want to do that. But the fact of the matter is, you're ruining the environment for everybody else. And no, I don't believe that you have a right to do that. We have outlawed cigarette smoking in public places. Not because we control people that want to go in their own house and kill themselves. That's fine if you want to do that. It's not fine, but what can we do about it? But we can control secondhand smoke that you with your cigarettes are not killing me while I'm inhaling it at a restaurant or on the subway or at a bus or in the store or something like that. So that is why it is outlawed. Now, how is it not the same thing? That if you're eating meat that's ruining my environment, that is so cranking up the temperature of the sea that it just literally is swelling to a point where it's overflowing barriers. Now, this is Hurricane Sandy. New Orleans hasn't even got out of the last hurricane. Guys, that is man-made. Now, we've had hurricanes in the past. We have. Never, and this is a fact, of this frequency and this strength. Oklahoma has tornadoes all the time. Never of this frequency and this strength. And guys, if you don't think global warming is doing it, and if you don't think global warming is man-made by you, if you're eating meat, forget health for a minute. I'll get to that in another vid. You are doing it. And yes, if you're eating your meat, you're eating your dairy, you're eating your cheese. Well, Obama would say, "Well, dang, bro, I need my steak on Friday night." Quote, President Obama. You ruin it for me. You ruin it for my kids. You ruin it for my grandpa. This global warming is man-made. Some very, very smart people, very, very smart people, have said that they truly believe that the next Third World War is going to be over drinking water. Think about that. Okay, guys, enough doom and gloom. Whole food, plant-based to save the world. Love you all. Bye-bye.